It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? And it's time now for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 19th, 2020. The time is 10 o'clock. Norton temperature is 62 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night is Kamala Harris urges Democrats to vote despite obstacles on the third night of the convention. U.S. Postal Service said has no plan to replace sorting machines or reverse other postal service changes, Pelosi says. LNU lighting complex fire explodes in size. Evacuations ordered in Vacaville and Fairfield outskirts. Stephen Colbert mocks Bill Clinton for criticizing Trump behavior in White House. Night one of the Democratic Convention sees steep TV dropout compared to 2016. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez nominates Bernie Sanders and congratulates Joe Biden. Amazon removes shirts withdrawal slogan about Kamala Harris. U.S. Democratic Party holds convention to nominate Biden. Trump campaign sues New Jersey over mail-in voting plans. Supreme Court to hear Obama case of Obamacare a week after Election Day. EU threatens sanctions extends with pro-democracy protests in Belarus as Lukashenko warns of stalking unrest. Iran sanctions Trump president and unilaterally reimpose UN measures. NATO calls reported US F-35 sales to UAE fake news. Rainy weather causes major floods in China. Seven people taken to hospital from Roxbury home in deplorable condition. Tex dropping dead at Boston Public Gardens, city draining lagoon. Let's skip that. Airbnb files confidentiality will for IPO with SEC. Scientists say anomaly in Earth's magnetic field is splitting. Car-sized asteroid flew within 2,000 miles of it. Earth's the closest ever recorded, and NASA missed it. COVID-19 vaccine won't be mandatory in the U.S., says Fauci. 750 million genetically engineered mosquitoes are approved for release in Florida Keys. Peter Chettle Dussault is 10:02. Hurricane Genevieve weakens a Category 1 off Mexican coast. Dozens dead after magnet boat explodes off Libyan coast. Former FBI lawyer Kevin Klansmith pleaded guilty Wednesday to falsifying an email used to justify renewing the wiretap of President Donald Trump's former campaign aide Carter Page. William Barr announces nearly 1,500 arrests made under Operation Legend. Food delivery service HelloFresh on Wednesday issued a recall of onions related to a salmonella outbreak that has sickened more than 860 people. President Trump on Wednesday called for boycott of Goodyear, project amid reports that the company bans employees from wearing political garb, including their own campaign merchandise. DEFRA windmate Desmond Mitchell filed an emergency application to save execution with the Supreme Court on Wednesday. And now, take a look at local news from the Sun Chronicle. North Attleboro's Adams. Let's skip that. In North Attleboro, authorities are investigating a suspicious fire that destroyed 3 cars parked at the Royal Park Apartments on Route 1 early Tuesday. 4 injured in Plainville crash near the casino. Seacon fire quickly extinguished. In Taunton, 10 residents from Taunton will choose their own route on October 4th for the annual Boston Marathon Jimmy Fun Walk presented by Hyundai. Participants encouraged to walk wherever they choose. Math teachers unions hope to turn the tide to remote as educators rallied at the State House on Wednesday afternoon. Park the now, I read high-risk COVID-19 community. South Shore goes Hollywood again with Netflix movie as the locally shot movie The Sleepover debuts on Friday, August 21st on Netflix, and it features more than 1 familiar face in a bunch of recognizable sights. King of a Barber says goodbye after 50 years. Peter Childenstein, 10:04. Time now for a sports report. A good day for the Boston sports teams. 3 teams got W's as Boston Bruins punched their ticket to the next round of the Eastern Conference semifinals after defeating the Carolina Hurricanes 2-1 to take up 4 games, 1 winning best of 7 series with Toronto. And the Boston Celtics defeat the Philadelphia 76 128 101 as they take a 2-game-to-none lead in this best-of-7 series. And the Boston Red Sox have snapped their 10-game losing streak with a 6-3 win over the Phillies at Fenway Park to snap a 9-game losing streak. And next up to the Red Sox, they'll be down in Baltimore for their date with the Baltimore Orioles for a 4-game series. Game time tomorrow, 7:05. Portland Trailblazers winning Gable has earned Terry Stotts' trust despite frequent foul trouble. Bubble-like environment possibly for NFL's postseason. League says the Clippers are the only playoff test for Luka Doncic, and PSG versus Bayern Munich's UCL final will be a chess match. Peter Chilton Design is 10:05. Time after Peter Chilton traffic and trends to check on this late Wednesday night. Beep on the MBTA subway system and the commuter rail, and the ferries, they are looking good. Okay. Taking a look at highways and byways of New England. Okay, take a look at the highways and byways of New England and Rhode Island. 95, both ends back between Second on the Providence stretch. 95, northbound side, Little Sorrel on the south side of her. 195, eastbound side, so between Dartmouth and Redford. 3 on both ends back on the 220 and the Rockland stretch. 25, westbound side, Little so between 185 and the 495 Wareham stretch. And Boston vicinity, Mass Pike a little bit so on the Newton corner, and then Mass Pike eastbound side, a little bit so after Route 9 and Fairman, and down the Route 30 in Natick. 495 at the northbound side, a little bit so on the westward stretch, and Route 2 eastbound side, little so after Route 190 in the Leominster stretch. Western Massachusetts, Mass Pike, westbound side, little so Munford, Massachusetts, and 91, southbound side, little so Windsor, down to 291 in the Hartford area. 84, both ends back between Farmington down to West Hartford, Connecticut, and 84, both ends back between Denver down to Newtown, Connecticut, and Merritt Parkway, both ends back between Westport down to Fairfield, Connecticut. And 395 at the southbound side, little so after Route 2 in Buzzback, Connecticut. And 93 on the northbound side, little bit so on Tilton, New Hampshire, and Route 101 eastbound side, little so on Route 125 in Epping, New Hampshire, and out in Maine looking good, and Vermont looking good. Okay, let's take a look at the weather at 10:07. Looking at Genevieve as of 8 p.m. 85 mile per wind, minimum set of pressure 979 millibars, and located at 21.7 to the north, 110.0 to the west, moving north-northwest at 8 miles an hour. The southern Genevieve is forecast to pass near just west of the Baja California Peninsula tonight and Thursday, and tropical storm conditions are expected to be spread across southern Baja California Sur by Thursday. Hurricane conditions are expected to wind in the Horn of Green Water area beginning tonight and continuing Thursday. And heavy rainfall from Genevieve may lead to life burning and flash floods and mudslides across portions of the far southern Baja California Sur by Thursday. And large swells journeying by Genevieve will be affected portion of the west coast, central coast, Mexico, and the coast of the southern Baja California Peninsula by Friday. Okay, let's take a look at the Atlantic, where we see not one, not two, but 3 storms. Starting on 1 is a tropical wave and accompanying broad area of low pressure is producing a concentrated area of showers and thunderstorms over the Central Caribbean Sea, and the system will gradually become better organized, and a tropical depression is likely to form in a couple of days when the system reaches the northwestern Caribbean Sea, and this low pressure area is moving westward in interest in the Honduras and the Yucatan Peninsula should closely monitor its progress, and regardless of development, this disturbance will likely produce heavy rains across a large portion of Central America and southeastern Mexico late this weekend, and formation chance for 40 hours, high 70%, formation chance for 5 days, high 80%. Source number 2, satellite images indicate that the low pressure system located about 8 miles east of the Windward Islands is gradually becoming better defined. In addition, the associated showers and thunderstorms are showing signs of organization, and a tropical depression could be forming as the system is expected to move generally west-northwestward at 15-20 miles an hour, and its interest in the Northern Windward Islands should closely monitor its progress as tropical storm watches and could be required as early as this evening, and formation chance for 48 hours and high 90%, formation chance for 5 days, high 90%. And disturbance number 3, a tropical wave over Western Africa is producing a disorganized showers and thunderstorms. That wave is expected to move over the far eastern tropical Atlantic on Friday, and some slow development is possible throughout the weekend. Moves west-northwestward at 15-20 miles an hour across the eastern tropical Atlantic. Formation chance for 40 hours. Low 10% formation chance for 5 days. Medium 40%. Okay, closer to home. Forecast discussion has A cold front sweeps across the region late this afternoon and early evening with a few brief spot showers. Dry, less humid, and seasonally warm weather returns Thursday as warmer weather parties through to the weekend, and in the middle of the next weekend, humidity levels will be on the rise this weekend as well. As next shift for rains on Sunday or Monday, but many will stay dry. Okay, let us take a look at the forecast. Goes like this. For tonight, it's going to be mostly good skies. It'll be cool with a low around 52 degrees, hot and variable wind. So turn off the AC and open up the windows and let the breeze blow through the room. Okay, for Thursday, it's going to be sunny and a delightful day. High 80 and a low 55 degrees wind, flat and variable wind. For Friday, it's going to be mostly sun skies. How about 86, low 66 degrees, calm wind coming to southwest around 5 to 9 miles an hour in the morning. Shifting to southwest about 5 to 6 miles an hour by Friday night. And for Saturday, it's going to be mostly sunny. It'll be a humid day on tap. It'll be calm wind coming to southwest around 6 miles an hour in the afternoon and a high about 90 and a low 67 degrees. And for Sunday, check the showers between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Partly south sky about 86 and a low about 67 degrees and a calm wind coming to southwest around 6 miles an hour in the afternoon, chest base to 30%. And for Monday, a chance of showers after 9 a.m. Mostly south sky about 86 low 66 degrees and west spots 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chest is 40%. And for Tuesday, mostly south sky about 86 low 67 degrees and west wind about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Chest base is 0%. And for Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers mostly south sky about 84 degrees and west wind about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Chest is 30%. Kelly and Norton in overcast and 59 degrees. That's going to be it for the Peter Channel. 10 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 19th, 2020. I'm P. Words. Will be have a good night with a good day to stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. See you tomorrow morning with more important. I hope you all have a good night.